Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Cancer. Okay, we are going. First card out, King of Swords, Temperance, Three of Pentacles. I just got to move these over so you'll be able to see them all. I think that'll do it. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Five of Cups. Now, this is going to be the center position of your spread and therefore part of the overall energy combined with the bottom of the deck. King of Wands. Ooh, you have the King and Queen of Wands. Nice. The Sun. Prince of Pentacles. Justice. Wow. Okay, bottom of the deck and the rest of your overall energy combined with the center card, Three of Swords. Ugh. Okay, what's going on with you, Cancer? Okay, let me take a look at your cards, get a feel for the energy and any messages coming through. Okay, Cancer. We're going to start with your overall energy here, which is the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords, right? So the Five of Cups, this is all about emotional loss and the suffering, the grief that goes along with it. Now the Three of Swords in this deck it's not really like the other decks. The Three of Swords in this deck it's all about doubt and going through a bit of, because of the doubt, going through a bit of an identity crisis. And with the messages that are coming through for you in this spread, the cards and spirit, same thing exactly. It's all about King of Swords in this deck is the God of Wisdom, and that's exactly what this is about. You're having a little bit of difficulty shifting into that higher state of consciousness that is required to shift into 5D from 3D. And if you're new to this channel, 3D is living from a place of ego or human being, earth, conforming to the ways that we're all expected to live, as opposed to 5D, which is living your life strictly by intuitive impulses or inspirations, living your life the way you want to live it, doing what you want to do, and allowing your inner being to guide you in the direction that's the path of least resistance for you to get where you want to go. So the King of Swords, being that he's the God of Wisdom, this is all about you gaining clarity. It's about working toward that place where you do have the clarity, you do know the truth. Now, for some of you, this could be your person, king or queen, because it's general, so that would be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But for me, it feels like it's more of an energy in this reading than anything. I do feel that I don't necessarily have people cards here, but I do have a couple. Okay, the King and Queen of Wands. For me, anytime the King and Queen of the same suit show up in a reading, that's a very clear sign that we're talking about a deeply connected soulmate relationship here. Possibly twin flame. And they're next to each other. I mean, they're flanking this emotional loss and grieving. So both of you, if this is a couple, which that's what I'm getting off these cards, the energy that's coming through off these cards is this is you and your person here. Now, this could say your person is a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, okay? Your person could be a fire sign because this is Wands. So that would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be. I don't like stipulating signs in the readings. But for some of you, it is going to be an air sign. For others, it's going to be a fire sign. You are trying to you are trying to gain some wisdom, some clarity, some knowledge so that you can know how to bring this to a balance, because the temperance is all about having, if you're looking at this card, he's like the magician in a way. It's the alchemical balancing, right? And if you notice, both of those fluids that he's pouring into that one container, they're different colors. Even the butterflies around either side of him are different colors. One's big, one's small, one's red, one's blue. It's all about, look at the head that's upside down. It's all about being upside down. Things are turned upside down, and it's you trying to find the balance between these two opposing ways of living, 3D versus 5D. And the way that you will find that balance is through knowledge, spiritual growth, spiritual knowledge. And you do have the ability to pull this all together. You do. Now, the Queen of Wands in this deck is the Queen of Joy. The King of Wands is the King of Glory. So, and they're flanking emotional loss and suffering. This is telling me that you both want the same thing. When it comes to your twin flame or your soulmate partnership, you both want the same thing. Now, as energy and what it's telling me about your situation is you do have the ability. You do want the happiness. You want the bliss. You are trying to follow your bliss. And you want to be successful at this. You do want to achieve the balance so that you can be in this higher state of consciousness and stay put, because you know you've dipped your toe in that pool and you know how that feels. It's amazing to live life from a 5D standpoint where there's no controlling, there's no chasing, there's no desperation, there's no stress, there's no strain. It's so beautiful and so easy, and we are taken care of while we're there. All we have to do is keep ourselves happy enough that we're in the receiving mode of any messages coming through from our inner guidance system, which will in turn give us the impulse or inspiration to move forward in a direction that's going to link us up with whatever it is we need to hook up with to gain what we need and want in life. That's it. That's what it comes down to. It's not about having to have that job. Now, please, I'm not telling anybody to go out and quit the job they're not happy with. You do have to make the shift gradually, okay? Now, if you're feeling guided to dump that job and move in a different direction, then absolutely. But don't do it because of what I'm talking about here. But it's not about staying in that 9-to-5 job that you can't stand, that you get up every morning and think, I have to go to work today. This is about joy, glory, beauty, clarity, knowledge, happiness, doing what you want. Getting up in the morning and saying, what do I want to do today? What's going to make me feel good today? What's going to make me happy today? And doing that. And your inner being, your inner guidance system is going to guide you to the things that are going to make you happy, that are going to move you forward in life in an easier, more desirable way. Now, the sun is all about the mysteries. I need to find a way to put this. In this deck, what this represents is the male mysteries that cannot be understood through feelings. So this is about the masculine side of you, or the masculine in the partnership, because we have two different stories going here. We have the energetic story for Cancer, and moving through your journey to have this higher, or be in this higher state of consciousness. But we also have the partnership here that comes with being in 5D, or being in that higher state of consciousness. That's when you can have that twin flame union. And we do have that within the reading. Now, I forgot to tell you that up here, this first card, this is where you're at-ish, okay? Because time is an illusion. It does not exist. Down here is the outcome, or where you're headed, or where you need to head, okay? Where you want to head, where you need to head, whatever. This is your journey from point A to point B. So you're beginning in a place of needing more clarity, gaining more clarity, and then trying to find the balance between 3D and 5D, between the two opposing forces, because they are opposing forces. 3D is completely opposite to 5D, or living life through your ego is completely opposite to living life through your inner guidance system. One way is living life the way you think you should live life, the way others expect you to live life. The other way is living life the way you feel you want to live it, doing what you want to do for you, no matter what others think or feel about your direction. And it's about having the inner strength and the confidence to move in that direction regardless of what others are saying. You know, it could even come down to your partnership. Maybe nobody thinks that's a good decision, moving in the direction of your twin or your soulmate. You do. You know it's the right direction for you. Do you listen to them, or do you do what's right for you? You're in a time and place where it's about doing what's right for you. It's about making you happy. It's not about what others want. Why are we here to make others happy with how we live our life? How is that right? It's not. It's just, you know, it's the way we are raised. It's what we're taught as we're growing up, and it becomes our life. It becomes us, the way we live. It becomes habit. Now you need to cut that free and let go of it. For me, this feels very strongly like the area that you're having trouble balancing is the masculine side, and it's about connecting the masculine side to the feminine side, because those are also two opposing forces. When you think about it, the masculine and the feminine, they're two opposites. Again, one functions from a place of emotion or feeling. The other one functions from a place of logic or thinking. And you're being asked to find the balance between those two. There's going to be times where you need to use your head to move forward. There's going to be times where you need to use your heart. But your intuition, your inner guidance system, will always steer you from a place of emotion or feeling. You're going to feel your inner guidance system. There are times where you will get messages. Thoughts will pop into your head. You know, you're moving along through life, just minding your own business, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, this thought pops into your head that had nothing to do with where you're at, what you're doing, what you're looking at, who you're talking to. That's your inner guidance system. Now, if you're looking for answers from your inner guidance system, those answers will come to you through feeling, usually. And it's going to be in your solar plexus chakra, which is right above your belly button. So your gut. And that's why it's called follow your gut. Listen to your gut. Go with your gut. Right? The Prince of Pentacles in this deck, he is the Prince of Ambition, drive, a want, a desire to move forward. And what you're wanting to move forward into, what you're needing to move forward into, is the Justice card. And this is all about finding, again, the order and the balance between ego and intuition. There is a balance there. You're not being asked to completely let go of your ego. You can never let go of your ego. It's there for a reason. It's there. It keeps us safe. It keeps us alive. So the ego is playing an important part in your world. But what you're being asked to do is to let go of allowing the ego to rule your life, your decision-making processes. Allow your inner being, your inner guidance system to steer you at this point. And trust. Having the trust and the faith and the belief that you are moving forward to a place that is better for you, that is good for you, that a place you want to be. You know, your inner being, your soul, doesn't forget why you came here. Your soul knows exactly why, because your soul is what came here. But to be here had to be in this meat suit, this human being self. And the ego is attached to the human. So intuition is attached to the soul. And the soul knows exactly why it came here. It didn't forget. You as a human being don't remember why your soul came here, what it wanted to experience, what direction it wanted to go in. And it's now come to a place where your soul wants to explore and do the things that it came here to do. So it's having to have a tug-of-war with your human self, your ego side, in order to have its way, in order to shift you in a direction that you always did want to go in when you incarnated here. You just don't remember. And that's why it is best for you to always follow your intuition, your inner guidance system. Because it's never going to steer you wrong. It may steer you in a direction that in your mind doesn't look like it's right for you or even good for you. But sometimes it's just a stepping stone, and those stepping stones sometimes show up in overalls and look like work. They don't necessarily look like what you want them to look like. But if you feel guided in that direction, go. Go. Because it is going to take you where you want to be. I don't know how many times I've been guided to move in a direction that I don't want to go in. I moved 8 times in 4 years, and I was being guided to make another move. And I thought, I don't want to move again. I just want to find a place, stay put for, a couple of years, not a few months. And I was being guided to move again. But guess what? I, at that point in time, had come to a place where I learned that I should always follow my inner guidance system because it will never steer me wrong. So I did move. And even the place I moved into was brought to me. It was pointed out to me quite blatantly. And I was guided down the road that it was on, not a direction I usually took. And in fact, the opposite direction, to go home, which is where I wanted to go. I just wanted to go home. I was tired. It was the end of the day. And it was kind of cold outside. I just wanted to go home. But I was told to turn right instead of left to go home. And that's what brought me to this place. And I love this place. I'm so glad I'm here. I do not regret moving here. Did I want to pack my stuff up again and move again? No. Absolutely not. But I am so glad I did. And there's always a reason behind it, I have grown exponentially since I moved in here. I've grown more here than I think I've grown in the entire awakening and ascension process. So am I glad I followed that guidance and did what I was guided to do, even though I did not want to have to pack up and move again? Yeah, it was so worth it. And now I've been here pretty much the same amount of time I had been at my last place before I was being asked to move. And I'm still here. And it feels like I need to be here. I have a feeling that I will be moving again come spring or early summer next year, but maybe not. That's just what's in me right now. But follow the guidance. You're not ever going to regret following the guidance. You will regret not following it. And it's not that it's not going to take you to the same destination or outcome. It is. Right? It's just that it could take a lot longer. A lot longer. Like we're talking year, 2, 3, who knows? It might take you an extra month going the way you think you should go. And it's not going to be the path of least resistance if you don't go with your gut. Because your inner being is always shining a light for you on the path of least resistance. Not no resistance, because there's always going to be some resistance in life. That's the contrast. That's what allows us to have pleasure. You have to know pain to know pleasure. You have to know dark to know light. So there's going to be contrast, but your inner guidance system is going to put you on the path of least resistance, and it's going to be the quickest and easiest to your destination. So you are needing to make your way here, finding the order, the structure, the balance necessary to make that shift and utilize your intuitive capabilities. Knowledge is going to be key here. Spiritual knowledge, spiritual growth is what's going to help you understand why you had to go through this emotional grieving stage that you went through. You had to go through the suffering, the pain, the emotional upheaval to get to this place of balance and joy. I mean, when you reach this, if you're in a place of using your intuitive abilities to move yourself forward in life, and you reach this place of finding the order and the balance and the structure, and you're able to focus rather than wobbling in this is where you find the beauty. Look at the artwork on this card. This is Tarot Apocalypsis, by the way. Look at how beautiful this card looks. The energy around this is magnificent. She is totally balanced, structured, alive, in love with life. She's got everything working with her, flowing with her. And do you see at the top there? Owl, wisdom, knowledge. You are being up-leveled, my friends. This is all about reaching that high state of consciousness, a really high state, so that you just know things. You have the knowledge, you have the wisdom of the high priest, the high priestess. This is the message coming through for you. Do the work. Work through this. Get to this place. Let go of the fact that you've had to struggle and suffer emotionally. You had to. It's how you could grow. You had to grow emotionally to get to this place. Wow. I'm going to get a synchronicity oracle card for you, Cancer. You are well on your way. You are on the path. Absolutely on the path. And you do have twin flame union coming in while on this path. And when that comes together, look at how the cards change from here to here, right? Up here, it's all about gaining knowledge and wisdom and clarity and finding the balance between what you knew and what you need to know now. You do have the ability to pull this together. You do. And then down here, we have the pain and suffering between the couple. The back and forth, the in and out, all of the growth that the two of you had to go through as souls before you could come together. And then down here, look at this, the sun. The sun. Ambition. Perfect balance. This is everything functioning from a balanced place. You're here. You're not doing this. You're not doing this. You're here. And you're moving forward. And it's calm. And it's quiet. And it's peaceful. And it's stress-free. And it's a place of higher consciousness at which you just know. You won't even have to ask your inner being or your inner guidance system for guidance at this place once you reach here. This is about being so in touch and aligned and connected with your inner guidance system that you don't even have to ask the question anymore. Oh, I know what to do here. It's automatic. You'll be on autopilot here. There's no more of this unbalanced, unknowing. That's going to be done. No more doubts. No more identity crisis. You will know exactly who you are and what direction you need to go in. So what else can we tell Cancer, angels? Cancer, you are headed for some very, very amazing, beautiful times. And wow. Just keep moving forward doing this. Don't fear. Try not to fear. Try not to doubt. You've got this. That's your message. You've got this. You have the ability to pull this all together, and you will get here. Just keep following your path. Follow the guidance. Thank you, angels. Oh, wow. Bottom of this deck, 55. Big changes. Look at the beautiful blue butterflies. They are so incredibly beautiful. You're headed for that beauty. Oh, 13. Your twin misses you. Oh, see? It's like I said, you are both going through you're experiencing the same emotional suffering and loss. This is obviously for twins that are not in union yet. But being on this path, moving in a direction of living from your intuition, your spiritual side. The twin flame relationship or partnership, the twin flame love is very much a love of spirit, divine. It's not your average relationship or partnership. It's not your average romance. This is something that's gifted by divine. This is a heavenly, fated relationship. Too many cards. But you have to be, your state of consciousness has to be at a level of pure love and joy before you can have the success in a twin flame partnership. And that's what's happening here. That's this place right here. When you reach this point, your partnership, your twin flame partnership comes together. That is so worth moving forward and not doubting yourself. Not doubting that it's going to be, that it is going to happen. It is going to happen, but not until you let go of these energies. You've got to let go of the doubt. You have to let go of the pain from the past. Let go of the past, period. It's in the past for a reason. It is the past. You want to live in the now. If you keep thinking about the past while you're in the now, you bring it into your present. And so now everything that happened in the past and the way you felt in the past, you're now feeling it and thinking it and believing it in the now, which means it's going to be your future. Nothing's going to change in your life. Thank you, angels. This is destined. This is destined. This is destined. This beauty, this happiness, this bliss, this joy in your life is destined. You're not going to get there until you learn to let go of the doubt and the pain. All the old emotions. If you want help doing that, I'm going to go to the extended and ask the guides what it is that you need to do, be, think, and or feel in order to be able to release what you need to release so that you can move forward into your twin flame partnership and to this amazing higher state of consciousness where you just know things that you don't know how you know them. You just do.